All right. Peaceful greetings, peace and love to the world. It is once again another Monday, Intuition Mondays. I'm Alim Ale, and I've got my bro here with me.
Benjamin Bey, how you doing? How you doing? How you doing?
And you know, we just here on another Intuition Mondays. And I've got a nice little intro for us to get started off into. So let's get this thing going.
I'm prolific, so gifted. I'm the type that's gon' go get it, no kidding. Breaking down a switch in front of your building. Sitting on the steps, feeling no feelings. Last night it was a cold killing. You gotta keep the devil in his hole, nigga. But you know how it go, nigga. I'm front line every time it's on, nigga. 100 pro flow, running shoot pro. 458 drop, playing bulletproof soul. Every few shows I just buy some new gold. Circle got smaller, everybody can't go. Downtown Diamond District, jewelers like yo. Hustle, holla at me, I got Cubans on the low. Through the Cancun, smoking Cubans on the boat. Then dock that Tulum just to smoke. Look, listening to music at the Mayan ruins. True devotion on the bluest ocean. Cruising, my cultural influence, even revolution.
Righty, indeed. How's you feeling that, Brother Benjamin? You know
that was hard. That was beautiful. I was really excited. I was super excited when I saw that you put the background on there for sure. I was like, wow,
yeah, I was like, really... man, you know, just sitting there and be like, you know what? Let's try to add a little twist. You know what I'm saying? You know, instead of using salt and pepper, man, add a little maybe garlic onion powder with it. You know, add a little chef magic in there with it.
Gourmet.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so did that, man, and just peace and love to everybody out there, man. Comment, how's everybody doing? How's everybody feeling? You have had the full moon, you had Venus retrograde, and now we're here at the sun about to ingress into Capricorn. So how's everybody doing? How you feeling, Brother Benjamin?
I got a question about the Venus retrograde. So I went to the movies with Apes last night, and I ain't trying to spoil it to nobody or nothing like that, but I was looking at it, and they were bringing back the characters, right? So I'm like, yo, they're bringing back characters, or like the Spider-Man from the different time zones or metaverses or whatever, and they were like teaching like the little new Spider-Man like their experiences. You know what I'm saying? So like, I was thinking like Venus retrograde bringing back those old values or old, I wouldn't say lovers, but old friends. So they would be quote unquote his old self. So your old things that came up, you know what I'm saying? How are you experiencing them right now? You know what I'm saying? So I would think I was a lot of Venus retrograde in that movie. Like not trying to spoil it, but it was a lot of bringing things back and putting them down.
Yeah, like reconnecting, like past lives to fully connect,
Yeah, reevaluating the things he like valued, you know what I'm saying? The things that really impacted his life for relationships, and the relationship itself, because he was Spider-Man, but it was different versions of that Spider-Man in different universes that had the same experiences, like we all do. But yeah, that's what I was like, that'd be kind of annoying. Things together. Overall, you should definitely look at it.
Yeah, I'm definitely, planning on checking it out. Like,
yeah.
So don't spoil it for me too much.
My bad. I'm trying to do like that. Yeah.
It's good, man. And yeah, so we are about to be in sea goat season, or what some people say the goat. And it's if my timing is correct, yeah, it will be 6 months from when it was summertime in Cancer. So whatever we did during the summer, we're now about to reap and sow what we did. So definitely, you know, a whole month of just unvelations and, you know, what was you doing 6 months ago? You know, ask yourself that, go back and look at your post, check your notes if you got notes app, you know, or really just, you know, social media to see just what you looked for 6 months ago. And now is just the time to look and receive all that, and, you know, and just structure, you know, chip away what was working and what's not, and just continue to go in that cycle. So, you know, I'm pretty sure we were, did we? Yeah, I think we were in a class for certificate summertime, weren't we? Oh, I don't think we might
I'm
have
not sure.
started
Maybe
yet.
like the end of summer. I'm not really sure. Maybe like the end of summer.
Make
I
sure
don't know.
you didn't.
I know I finished before I moved.
I'm gonna have to go back and look.
Because it was 12 Sundays.
Yeah. So 12 Sundays. That'd be 3 months. So now I think we were just doing the regular classes back then. He was hosting every Sunday, but, you know, that's all good. So yeah.
Apologies, did I miss something? Did y'all ask me a question? I'm sorry.
Oh yeah, we was
I'm so
we
sorry.
doing the certifications in June? I don't think we had started that just yet. I think it was going. It was
So.
hosting
We
the
were in class, but I don't think it was. I don't think it was for the certification. We were like maybe doing like.
Was we doing Horary then? Oh, I think we. Yeah.
Like Nova Draw Lead type things.
Yeah, my apologies, y'all. I was sitting here. Look, I'm literally. I don't know if y'all can see me. I know y'all can see me, but I don't know if they can see me. But I'm actually sharing on Facebook you guys' presentation, so I was so not right here just now. However, I think we started the certification because it was 12 cycles, and I think it was from the 18th July 2021 till the 3rd October 2021 on every Sunday. All righty. So
Midsummer.
Yeah, it was still Cancer. I would still say that was about maybe the 25th degree Cancer, 26th degree-ish, if you guys wanted to chart that. But I think 18th July 2021 is when we commenced the certification workshop in Cincinnati. I yield the floor. Islam, beloved brothers.
Indeed.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. All right. So I will be covering houses 1 through 3, 7 through 9. Brother Benjamin's got 4 through 6, and 10 through 12. You know, I guess we just gonna get down with the get down. So we are at Funafuti Island and Tuvalu. And we have Sagittarius on the rise at 4 degrees and 59 minutes. And that is a degree of, quote, aviation. And Sagittarius is ruled by Jupiter or Guru. And he is in the 4th house at 28 degrees, 36 minutes Sagittarius. And with the sun, you know, the first day of being in Capricorn at 0 degrees, it is at the galactic center, the most important point in astrology, an ambitious degree. So this is pretty much the major theme playing out. And just my testimony for this is a time to reap the fruits of one's toil and steady grind from the summertime. Grinding harder but smarter as new avenues of opportunities open up for expansion. Breathing and introspecting on how one has grown over the time through all tested times in life trials. And then if we can, well, you can see that we've got Jupiter aspecting sextiling Jupiter, the sun is. So, and this is a quote from AstroGo. It is, this is a feel-good influence in your birth chart, indicating that you know how to have fun and experience good times. You have opportunities for contentment and popularity. You may also get plenty of chances to expand your mind. A little adventure can appeal when you feel it is in your best interest. And we also have a sun, Queen conjuncting the North Node, what they say to be the planet of destiny or our purpose. And I'll quote again, this is a fortunate influence in your birth chart, although it may not always feel this way. Basically, you are destined to achieve your true purpose in life as long as you don't let your ego get out of control. Every time you push your own selfish wishes onto others, then you find that your life takes an unexpected turn. This is destiny's way of directing back to a life of purpose, meaning, and selflessness. Ironically, the more that you live to serve others, the more that you are likely to find true fulfillment. And then, it was also trining the midheaven, or what we say is our career status, long-term goals and structures. And this is a fortunate position of the sun. Therefore, you are likely to receive support, enabling you to achieve your life ambitions. Others are happy to see you have your moment or moments in the sun. You need only set your goals, pace yourself, and shine. And we have to actually look back. I know a couple cycles ago, we were talking about maybe that lack of support. Let us stop that share. Would have been feeling a lack of support. So now that we are at a different point, now that energy has been, transmuted into what we were wanting back then. 1 second, brother. I gotta go back to the screen share. I don't know why it kicked me out.
You can tell my own support.
So here we go. All right. And so that was, do you have anything, Brother Benjamin?
I'll say, looking at Mars and the sun in the first house, and Mars in Sagittarius, and the sun in Capricorn, you can do legs that day because it's about self-health, the sun shining light on the self in the first house, So, if you had some self-frustration, I'm not saying really, but, that's a great time to work out for sure. To do legs, only because Mars is in Sagittarius. So you can have some energy in your thigh area.
Indeed, and we get
Jump on that leg day. Yeah.
Right on the center. You said hit the leg day, all legs and chest.
And then you got it'll be the first degrees of Capricorn being the most important center. So that's a great time just to be, ambitious, be structured, poised. You know what I'm saying? Things of that nature. Saturn things, get into it. But that's what I'll say.
Mm-hmm. All right. And so that was for Fude Island, occurring December 22nd, 2021, or 1441, at 05 hours, 16 seconds. And all right. Next up, we've got Sydney, Australia. December 22nd at 03 hours and just 16 seconds. We've got Scorpio on the rise at 15 degrees, 40 minutes. And Scorpio is anciently ruled by Mars. So we've got Mars in the first house, and we have the sun in the second house. And for this, I've got finances could now increase or the opposite, depending on how one has managed their finances. Getting and or creating opportunities to expand and manifest spiritual concepts into the material. Travel could be of high importance, or learning another culture, and a new spark of creative fire. That. Then we got Mars aspecting Chiron, the wounded healer, and I'll quote, "You have a gift for being able to speak up on behalf of others, less powerful people. You are not afraid to confront and resolve sensitive issues." Now, some Astro Go, and we got Mars in the first house, so just a new approach in all these different transformations and energies. Mars is just revamping all the ambitions. And people can feel more now inclined to speak up for those or just say what people are thinking but don't want to say. And then the sun was a semi-square, the ascendant for that. And another quote, you have to try harder than most to achieve your personal goals, and this can be frustrating. You wonder why it is sometimes so difficult to express your true self. Perhaps you are sometimes depleted of energy. One of your lessons in life is to learn when to let go of certain habits and projects and when to proceed. And that was that for that one. And let's see. And then also the sun was Queen Cuxing the midheaven. I'll quote, you are sometimes presented with opportunities to develop professionally, but these may be in conflict with what you really want. Are you working in a job that really shows off your innate talents, or are you hiding your light under the bushel? These are the questions that you need to answer. Your career choices need to make you feel worthy. Anything less is likely to be frustrating. So that's what I had for that for Sydney. So, with Mars making the aspect and just the ascendant in midheaven, sometimes there's always that saying of what you gotta get uncomfortable to get comfortable. It could be pretty much like a quick theme for that for our brethren and brothers and sisters out there in Sydney, Australia, and across that line. Do you got anything, Brother Benjamin?
And to not piggyback, but to, I guess unpiggyback what you're saying. Without a soldier not know the strength, like to be uncomfortable to grow. Not saying like all things need to be bad, but you kind of gotta know some gravity to get some force or some velocity. You know what I'm saying? So like it's not personal, it's physics. We're all energy.
Indeed we are. And all right, so that was for Sydney, Australia, December 22nd. So we'll go to my final one for the first half. This is Taipei, Taiwan. We are December 22nd, 2021 at 0 hours, 0 minutes, 16 seconds. So right at 12 for those. And we've got Libra on the rise at 1 degree and 49 minutes. And Libra is ruled by the planet Venus, and we have Venus at 26 degrees, 23 minutes, Capricorn retrograde. And let's see where we get with it. The fourth house, that's at the degree of quote unquote landing farming. And then, Venus is still conjuncting Pluto. I'll quote, you want intensity and drama in your personal relationships. You are consumed with love and passion and expect your partner to feel the same way. End quote. And then for the sun being in the third house, I will bear testimony as to a boost in communication or new ways to better express self comes to the light. How can one better communicate to clearly get a point across? Expanding the mind by ways of social activity, letting go of self-limitations to expand creativity and embrace the inner childlike spirit. And we have the sun squaring the ascendant. And I'll quote, everyone has their moment in the sun. You have difficulty knowing when to step into the limelight and when to let others shine. Once you know your role in any given situation, then you need to ensure that you are expressing yourself appropriately. The sun is still quincunxing the north node, so opportunities to achieve your purpose is still there. It's just paying attention and not only seeing what synchronicities happen, but just going through some old ideas that you maybe thought didn't have no flavor to it. And you're in a new mind now and you read it, you're like, yo, this. So, you know, just looking. And then also it was like it's opposing or reflecting the midheaven. And quote, your identity is intricately linked with your family. As a young child, your family, in particular your father, could have played a prominent role in influencing your personality, decision, values, and all facets of your life. Depending on other aspects of your birth chart, this could have been a positive or negative experience. Either way, you see yourself as part of a family system. Whereas friends and colleagues may have struck out of their own path early in life, you are more likely to have stayed close to home and earth. Even if you moved out of the family home, it is likely that you have stayed in the neighborhood or in close touch with family members. All that you achieve is likely to be as a direct result of the positive and perhaps negative influence of your experiences growing up in the family home. I'll just leave it at that, you know. So, yeah, you got anything, Brother Benjamin? That's fine.
I yield. Did great, Brother Sean. I yield. Alrighty. My first donation here, we have Kathmandu. Kathmandu. My people in Kathmandu. December 21st, 2021. Tuesday, 2100 hours, 45 minutes, 16 seconds. On the rise here we have Leo, 29 degrees, 52 minutes. The ascendant, ruling planet for that rising sign is the sun, the life giver. And the sun is located in the 4th house at the galactic center, the most important the most important point in astrology, and a big advanced degree, as my brother Sean spoke about earlier. So right now you're shining light within the home pertaining to, you know, structuring things as far as like wills, close family matters, you know, your kindred yourself, you know, you could be restructuring your home, you know, things of that level, you know, with the time being winter and getting rid of things such as nature. You could be, you know, structuring, getting rid of things and putting things up for possibly charity, things of that nature. And I'll yield on that. People in
the heart is where the home is at. Oh, what is that saying? The home is where the heart's at. Yeah, there we go.
Yeah.
And the heart is earth. So, you know, whether it's just
in the home,
physical home, but you're also in the bigger home as well. That's all for me. How about Islam, Brother Ben? So.
Tehran. Is that right? Tehran. December 21st, 2021, Tuesday.
He was right first with Tehran.
19 hours, 30 minutes, 16 seconds. On the rise, we have Leo, 4 degrees, 6 minutes. And that delineation, but the sun is in the 5th house, home of the children, home of creativity. So right now you could be structuring something for your children. You know, most likely you could be getting them together, you know, maybe like a play or something like that. Maybe like a play or something like that, with it being in Capricorn, with something structured to present, you know, something structured to present within the group, which is the 11th house, which is shining light on that. So if you got brothers and sisters or cousins or things like that, they could be communicating, like, you know, let's like go play together, but be careful because you have Lilith there in the 11th, so it could be bittersweet. So, you know, children could be a little, you know, aggressive with speaking and not fully want to understand each other because, you know, they haven't developed this sharing quality just yet. But within the structure and the discipline within, you know, the life giving in the 5th house, that could be given in a way of, you know, teaching them that through, you know, the play. So that play could be teaching the exercise of them how to communicate within one another within the 11th house. And I yield on that, Brother Sean, unless you see anything.
Right. Nah, bro, it's all good. You know, as that, you know, Sun Ingress is just beautiful to see how these different places we pick, you know, have a whole different feel to it, you know, a whole different energy to it, a lesson to be learned for, you know, these strips, and also just in our own personal charts of wherever, you know, Capricorn, you know, is in our charts. You know, it's ruling it first, you know, dealing with self, second, you know, finances. You know, it's a beautiful thing, bro.
Islam. Right here for my people in Athens, December 21st, 2021, Tuesday, 1800 hours, 16 seconds. All right, on the rise, we have Cancer there, 12 degrees, 21 minutes. And the ruler of that ascendant is the moon, and it controls your intuition and society, or the people. So as we speak about Athens, we're speaking about the people as a whole. And when it comes to the people as a whole, in Athens, this sun is ingressing into Capricorn in your 6th house, your house of hustle, you know, how you pertain to make your ends meet, how you pertain to take your self-help. So right now you could go get your needs service as far as the sun is in Capricorn. Capricorn controls like the knee area, things like that. Within the hustle house, you could be structuring a restaurant. You know, you could be rebuilding a restaurant. You could be helping someone open a new restaurant, you know, such as my brother Sean, you know, deals around all that, structuring restaurants so people can get their boogie woogie on and communicate that within the 12. So if there's not good communication there, so because we have Lilith, so there's like bittersweet, that doesn't mean like bad, but you are balancing out how to structure the communication within the institution. So how you service, you know what I'm saying, within the 6th house, you know, is how you communicate within the 12th house to make, you know, everyone feel great, you know, because the 6th house is mainly like, you know, the group outside, you know, the individuals, but the 12th house is like, okay, actually inside, you know, and we actually gotta like be one, like geese, you know, one for all and all for one type deal. And I yield on that.
Sound good, you know, like 6th house energy is like, how can you feel more useful, you know, at work? And
yeah,
probably coming through your mind, you know, from just yourself, you know, with Luna, you know, over the first. So it's, you know, how can I be more useful? How can I, you know, improve my routine and habits? Or maybe should I get a new pet? You know, somebody can maybe think about getting a pet to help with, you know, just anxiety or any other type of ordeals, or maybe taking up yoga, which, you know, as we say, our lovely brother Corey has a presentation, intro on the yoga. So we will, you know, you can go check that out. And that for that, I yield, bro. I don't have nothing else on that.
I yield as well for my people in Athens, you know.
Athens, Greece. All right. So, all right. Back to me. So we are at Freetown, Sierra Leone, December 21st, 1441, 2021 for those using Gregorian calendar, at 16 hours and 16 seconds. And we have Taurus on the rise at 22 degrees and 30 minutes. We have the sun at Capricorn in the 8th house. So Taurus is ruled by Venus. So, and we have Venus in the ninth house and conjuncting Pluto. Let's see. Actually, I am over one. Excuse me very much. So let's just back that up real quick, no juvenile song.
All right.
I went past my house. I need to back that thing up. All right, so we are actually at Granada, Spain, December 21st, 2021 at 17 hours and 16 seconds. And we have Gemini on the rise at 16 degrees, 37 minutes. And Gemini is ruled by Mercury. And we have Mercury at 12 degrees, 27 minutes, Capricorn in the 7th. The rising sign is at, quote, a degree of sleep and trance. And I'll bear testimony for this as a time where now one may want to improve their ways of viewing relationships, properly contracting, and how they share themselves via friendships and relationships, marriage and partnership, taking things serious, finding ways to expand the partnership via the job, career, and long-term structures or goals. The sun is still, sextile Jupiter and, quincunx in the north node. So, just, be careful when looking at the contracts if you're looking to start to learn the contracts and, expand, through contracts and the career. What are the long-term goals, and does anything need to be structured? And just paying attention and just making the proper moves, just moving along, knowing that everything can't be built in one day, but building every day will definitely get you there. Brother Benjamin, if you got anything.
Be communicating, mastering the relationship between the resources. Because like 7th house relationships, Capricorn's an earth sign, communication, then relationship, communicating the resources, mastering that. Because you need to master those contracts. So you can master contracts, you master the resource technically, because through the contract withholds the resource, unfortunately, through the colonization things. So yeah, that's what I'll say. Communicating, mastering the resources, aka mastering contracts.
All right, and so that was for Granada, Spain on the 21st. All right, so moving along, we are pulling up in your little mini spaceship in Sao Paulo, Brazil. We have Aries on the rise. Actually, nope. Come back to, now we can come back to the Freetown one. Islam. All right. So we got Taurus on the rise at 22 degrees, 30 minutes. We got Venus ruling over Taurus in the 9th at 26 degrees, 23 minutes, Capricorn retrograde with that Pluto conjunction, death, rebirth, and transformation of how we, connect and how we unite. And I'll bear testimony for that is a time where ambition is at a high and will and be careful of chasing success at any cost. The transformation of self, intimacy, and rebirth after death of old habits and structures. Wisdom, travel, and learning styles have been torn down to allow for a new higher understanding of law and religion and other cultures. And for that, the sun still aspecting, Jupiter and the North Node. Actually, let me come back to Mm. And I will say for the sun, it was semi squaring the midheaven at a pretty, applying at 12 minutes, 0 degrees. And I'll quote, "You are sometimes presented with opportunities to develop professionally, but these may be in conflict with what you really want. Are you working in a job that really shows off your talents? Or, are you just hiding the light? And only person that knows that is you. And, you can overcome that as you continue to build your structure, using your current situation as just a bridge to get you to where you want to go. And once that bridge has been built, to your destination, you can always go back and review, but it's just a constant steady build to the other side. And then, with Saturn, ruling over Capricorn, he's gonna not give it to you quick. He's gonna make you constantly work and grind for it to understand why. But it'll all be worth it once you pass. They say you pass that test.
It's kind of like the goat doesn't go straight up the mountain. He, this way and that way. What I'm saying? He endures it. So at the top, it's gonna be worth it. Like I can't just like. So Saturn kind of teaches that, like you can't just shoot straight through. You're gonna have to endure.
Mm-hmm. And that was for Freetown, Sierra Leone. All right, so let's see. Now I should be on track. All right, here we are. Here we go. We are now at Sao Paulo, Brazil. Woo-wee, look at that ocean mountains.
Beautiful.
Whew. I'm definitely gonna get this, but I'm gonna get that bucket list going on the first day as the sun, if I'm correct, enters his little 3-day tomb where he just chills for those couple days.
It's just like you can just like live out there. Man, just doing astrology from out there.
Oh yeah, just hi, here just in Sao Paulo doing astrology for the people, enjoying this beautiful view. Definitely lovely. All right, but so let's see what we got. December 21st at 13 hours 16 seconds, and we got the Aries on the rise at the 12 degrees and 43 minutes, and that is at the cusp of the second lunar mansion, being ruled by Mars, which is in the 8th house of intimacy and loans. And it's at 5 degrees 47 minutes Sagittarius, and it's between the degree of aviation and expression and language. And my testimony for this is ambitions and success through church work, philosophies, foreign travel or studies, or a new intake on law. Expanding the mind after new or old concepts, from communicating with self, siblings, or people in their neighborhood. Expressing the student and teacher lifestyle. Let's see. So, and then just some aspects for that. Let's see. For Mars was, still trying Chiron, the wounded healer. So maybe, somebody speaks on the story they haven't spoken on before, and that motivates or helps someone to get them through their journey. And just using that drive and ambition to not only help themselves, but when you help yourselves, you help humanity, you help the whole. So that was an aspect for the Mars. So, a way to heal is just to speak on it. Maybe not just always let things build up till it gets to that point to where it explodes. Let's see, the sun, is in the 9th, and it's still, 6th time in Jupiter and 11. So sharing higher learning and what you learned via the internet. expanding on the internet with Jupiter, being expanding in Aquarius, just being social, as what me and my bro are doing right now. Sharing, we're at foreign places, sharing our concepts and just our views via Zoom, via to the internet for the social awareness of all. So we are just definitely living out of what the energies are influencing. And I'll yield on that, Brother Benjamin, if you got anything.
I'll say the moon is at home, so it's good energy to take care of yourself, self-transformation. With the reflecting that Venus Pluto conjunction right there, it's a good time, relax. You're already home, relax yourself, right? Your body, contemplate, tidy up the things you couldn't, get to for self within the home. Self-care, self-security, as in thought too.
Yeah,
but yeah, I was really on that.
Yeah, just relax at the home and just know that love in the career is being taken care of, and just better to leave the worries and stress of what we can control to the greater and just be grounded and loving at the home.
How you treat yourself at home is how you present it in the public.
It's on. All right. Well, that was for Sao Paulo, December 21st. And now we will get to Brother.
Right. Nasu? Yeah.
Nasu. For
my people in Nasu. Nassau.
People gonna be like, they ain't never been to the Bahamas. So
what happened? Hey, buy me that ticket, man. Take us there, man.
And
I'd love to go to live from the pool for you.
Nassau, come share the wealth. All right, for December 21st, 2021, Tuesday. That is 1100 hours, 16 seconds. On the rise there, we have 7 degrees Pisces, 16 minutes. And that is a degree of good fortune and lasting happiness. And that is ruled by Jupiter, the planet of happiness, the planet of expansion. And that is resting there in the 12th house, one of its homes in Aquarius. So that's a great energy to expand, on thoughts that, that you were sure of. And the reason I say that you were sure of, because it's Aquarius, and Aquarius deals with I know. So the thing that you were gaslighting yourself on, that you're suppressing, you can contemplate on making sure yourself from within yourself in the 12th house, being ruled there about the Roddick sign Pisces, ruling that. But we go up here to the Ingress sun in the 10th house of career. And that shines light on, the authority figure, which is you. And now you're in, the area of life where you have to exercise your inner, I'm going to say Kobe, because Kobe was I'll say Capricorn. He was I want to say something like that, but, very poised, so very direct, but not, shrewd. Because, Saturn, this is a Saturn ruled house as well, an angular house, if we want to be, corrected on that, but I want to say it's an angular house, so it's a powerful house, and the sun is there in a powerful position. So it's a place to exercise power, but don't abuse power, just like the quote Spider-Man movie again, with great power comes great responsibility. And Capricorn deals with responsibility. So that's very important that, when you're dealing with such matters as resources and, and that is pertaining to taking care of your loved ones, so make sure that you're within your moral compass, that you're making sure that the resources that you have secured within yourself are, not being overexerted. And I'll leave on that.
Yeah, and I'll just add to that. Just aspect for Jupiter, since it was ruling over that, it was squaring the North Node. And a quote from Astro Gold is relationships with other people Either individuals or groups can be stressful during this transit. You're keen to explore new connections with other people, but are having difficulty letting go of the old ones. As a result, you are overcommitted. It is possible that your sense of being overwhelmed by your social commitments may also be the result of a tendency to want to withdraw from society. And even makes more sense, Jupiter 12th, you may even feel antisocial, preferring to reassess your personal and business relationships in the mix. You wonder if your relationships are really helping you achieve your purpose in life. You feel compelled to let go of the old in order to move into the new and improve relationships. This could be literally ending old relationships or simply breaking old patterns of relationships so that they can continue in a renewed, expanded manner. And I'll yield on that, Brother Benjamin. If you...
Beautiful. Thank you for that. Wow.
All right, so.
Already, we have Nashville, December 21st, 2021, Tuesday. That is 1000 hours and 16 seconds. And on the rise there, we have 20 degrees Aquarius, 20 degrees Aquarius, 13 minutes. That's the cusp of the 26th lunar mansion, a degree of faith. And that is being ruled by Saturn there in the 12th in its own sign, in the house of undoing, the house of spirituality, the house of, self institutions and physical institutions. So therefore, there could be some structure and within the internet and those type things, or, some communication via media to, service the people, because shining light on that, you have the sixth house there, the people, so the people are being serviced via internet, and there's some authority figure that will be speaking, because Saturn is an authority figure and a personified way, but we know what that actually is without being in such consciousness. But we'll go to the 11th house where the sun is Ingress in Capricorn and the galactic degree, and this is where the group is, and you have Mercury there as well, so there will be some communication within the group about the resources, and the status of those resources, so cool. So your status really depends on your resources, if you know what I'm saying. So we'll use an example of, Nashville, Tennessee is here, at North America. So if you're claiming to not be of an American descent, and you claim to be of crayon descent, then your communication about your resources will show. So it will be behooved that the group within the communication about the resources that, you get to the nitty gritty and the actual, I'm trying to say the truth. The actual truth in what you're communicating to actually get the resources you need, and not just false hope resources. If you get my drift. So I'll get on that.
All right. Well, I just looked up aspect of Saturn, and it was a sextile, and it's kind of a weak influence, but it still can be felt, a flowing aspect with Chiron, the wooden healer, and I'll quote, opportunities abound for you to discover your true gifts and to find avenues of expression. If you are already aware of your gifts, then you can now move forward in the knowledge that the timing is right for you to share your talents with the world. Others will respect your right to follow your true path. This is a joyful time when you have just the right blend of wisdom and understanding and introspection and action. And then also, as we near the exact square of Saturn and Uranus, I'll quote, this can be a great time of great tension. You experience less of the tension if you have built your life on a firm foundation with a healthy balance between responsibility and the need for freedom and change. However, if you have allowed your life to become stuck in tired, rigid routines, this period can be very upsetting. Any area of your life that has become stuck in a rut is open to challenge, and you will find it best to face the challenge of changing old patterns and embracing new and exciting plans. I'll yield the floor on that just to add to your wisdom, brother.
Oh, Islam. Appreciate it, bro. It's beautiful. All righty. We are here in Phoenix, Arizona. One time for the Phoenix.
Before you gotta go, when I was like looking and I was like, Phoenix is like, I think it's like quote unquote the valley of the God. So when I was doing the photo, I'm like, yo, son, I got the the sun shining through the God house right there. Know what I mean?
Heard that. That's hard though. That's hard. But the ambience, that's beautiful pictures in that for real. Here in Phoenix, Arizona, December 21st, 2021, Tuesday. That is, was that just 1,200 hours, 16 seconds?
Indeed, yeah.
All right. 1,200 hours, 16 seconds. On the rise, we have Capricorn, 21 degrees, 26 minutes. That is a scholarly degree that is ruled by the planet Saturn, Mr. Discipline. And that doesn't mean anything bad. Like, let's take the sun, for example. It's disciplined to rise and to fall each day. And if it didn't be disciplined in that manner, then things wouldn't be as quote unquote smooth here as we, like it to be. Some things would die, some things would burn up, there would be imbalance. So discipline brings balance. So we can look at Saturn as balance, So we'll look here at Saturn in the first house, which will say balance within self via, how you speak on the internet, so you can be transformation, your site, you could be, seeing what sold, what didn't sold, because you have values there within Venus. So there's some money there. So Pluto, transformation and rebirth. So, okay, cool. What are you transforming within the structure of your business, your self business, to grow it within, the relationships outside within the group. And that could be the via market, So we'll go to the 12th house where the sun is ingressing Capricorn. And it says, how's it been doing? So right now it's a great time for meditation. And in Phoenix, Arizona, I want to say this is probably, the sun is going down for those guys. So they're like asleep maybe. But over here on the southeastern side, it's a great time for meditation because it's like in the early AM. So it's the greater time to get your heart together. So I say heart because the sun rules your heart. So the things that are on your heart, meditate the things that make your heart quote unquote ache, because our thoughts and our heart thoughts are different because we think with both. We may not be in the best control of those, but right now, when the sun being in the 12th house, you can be disciplined within yourself to meditate within your heart about the things that, that are communicated to you within yourself, because you're not always spoken to from the outside of yourself. You have self-talk as well. So it's a great time to have a self-structured talk within yourself. And I'll yield on that. Brother Sean, you had more to say.
Oh yeah, you already know I got you with the system. At this point right here, we've got Saturn squaring the midheaven. So had a strong influence, and I'll quote. And it's just now, it's at 0 degrees, 1 minute separating. So, and I'll quote, right now, you are reassessing the direction of your life. This is likely to be an examination of your career options. However, it could also involve a decision regarding marriage or becoming a parent, or a decision to purchase or sell a home. It is time to find the right balance between your professional goals and your family life. If you've been focusing on your career, then you may now need to turn your attention to your marriage and family life. However, if you have been concentrating on marriage, home, or family, then you may be required to set some career goals. In other words, this is an important time for reflection on and reassessment of your life goals. You may question past decisions and decide that you are ready for a change of direction. The more your life has been out of balance, the more you feel the effects of this transit. It is important that you carefully consider the best way for you to live a purposeful and meaningful life. Whether you find this process easy or difficult, it is time for some decisions. Therefore, it is important that you take the necessary time to ponder any proposed changes, carefully considering both the short-term and long-term consequences. You are sowing seeds which can reap great rewards in the future. And, that's also, going along with the Saturn square Uranus, what I thought. So just breath work, and really just kind of relaxing, chilling, and not being in the flows of it. And it knocked me out of it again. But, just breathing, taking your time and just really reassessing and, being real with yourself. You don't have to really, tell people anything, as long as you're real with yourself and make the necessary adjustments. And
and if to add to your wisdom, if you do speak, with the North Node being in Gemini, watch how you communicate with style, improve your communication. Because in the opposite Sagittarius, you're going to want to see it your way. You're going to hit them with those arrows, but, try to balance it out and improve that within the North Node, so you're not, having your thoughts blocked.
Yeah. And it's just, as I always say, it's not what you say, it's how you say it. So just always
Sure.
own, and just, once again, just really hardcore grounding with Capricorn, as it is the last Earth sign in the mix after Taurus being the financial wizard, Virgo being, just the manager and organizer, and now with Capricorn as the grind and structure. It's just a good time to get together with self and really just reap what you have sown and just prepare to plant new seeds. Mental seeds for the next time.
It's like Saturn looks over the blueprint that you've organized within Virgo. Like Saturn stamps in, okay, cool, approved.
Got it.
You can pass through. You kind of test it.
Indeed.
I yield.
Yeah, indeed. And that was for Phoenix, Arizona. And let's see, let me get the website up. And thanks everybody for coming out and watching the presentation and just share any of your experiences and or what you may be going through, like a comment. And you can always come to 7 Hill Star and subscribe to the email to receive free weekly gifts and study materials that are brought directly to your inbox. And you'll just be notified of when we're going live ahead of time if you don't catch us promoting on any of the social medias. Mondays is Intuition Mondays. Wednesday is the 7-day Astro Medical Report with Brothers Hasan, Brother Corey, and Brother Jag. And at times we do go live on Fridays as well, here and there, just depending on everyone's schedule. So, just sign up and come check us out. We're 5 brothers here who all have a different style and technique of how we do things to not only assist ourselves and try it out for ourselves, but to help the people who are in need, who might be new to astrology. We are just here, like I said, constantly building things. And as the sun hits Capricorn, reaping what you sow and just getting ready for the next level, we are building up a lot of great things. I'll say I'm glad to be a part of, and just for the future, for everyone, for the young ones, and for the young and unborn. So you can, come on here. You can even create your own free chart, whether your birth time or not. You can always use 12 p.m. forward, and you can get you a gist of what your charts look like and how we look, and then if you know your chart, you know, you can get a little description of them, and then you can decide what that you feel like you need, and you can contact us and set you up an appointment. You know, we are really here to service the people, and we have just been grounding and building the foundation for our you know, long-term goals and plans, and this is just a beautiful thing, and just following in the footsteps and the teachings of Prophet Noble Drew Ali, quote, "Time never was when man was not." We're just living it out of the continuous lives. So, and I say, just come check it out. We have plenty of things. You can get your own calendar report, you know, sent to you. And, you know, you can check that Capricorn calendar out. You know, it's not like your normal calendar that you usually buy. You know, it has your transits that you have daily, so that you know how to move daily and measure and, you know, just move along. Because once you start seeing some of the transits and seeing how things happen, you will look at it differently, you know, and you be like, yo, like, okay, you know, I'll even give an example for me that I spoke with my brothers on. So yesterday, you know, a family relative came by, you know, and I came in here and was just talking to him, you know, just random off the spur, you know. I haven't seen him, and I can't even tell you, it's probably been, you know, maybe 5-10 plus years. And seeing him, and he had donated me some finance, you know, asked me did I need anything, and I was like, yeah, you know, because as me, a Virgo, I don't like asking for help. Like, I will drag it through the mud. So I was like, all right, you know what? Let's just ask. So, yeah, did that, and he gave me some finance to help out, and you know, I was outside just reflecting on that, and I saw a cardinal. So then I just checked my transits, and it was 1 second, I can tell you it was a transit to Uranus. I know that much. And go to my listings real quick. What's today? 19th, so 19. And yeah, my Mercury was conjunct Uranus, and it was, quote for that was, originality is a name of the day. Right now, you need to think outside the square. An unexpected event or new may take you by surprise. Possibly even a relative may pay a surprise visit. Your powers of inventiveness are tested. This is an ideal time to experiment with new friends, activities, pastimes, and projects. If you have been thinking of embracing new technology, then now is the time. The more that you are set in your ways, the more that you are likely to find this brief period upsetting. If you can see the opportunities that are available right now, then you're likely to enjoy a new spark in life. And granted, I did the charts different for our presentations with the background. So once you really just start to get in tune and be in line, you'll see that astrology is definitely true, and that the stars never lie, as just my example right there, as it was just random, and I just happened to check my chart after. And yeah, I'll yield on that, Brother Benjamin, if you got anything else.
Brother, no. You put it on a platter for
him. Yeah, it's just like, you know, just sharing more, and you know that we are all living our own life journeys, and just what I've realized is that everything is energy, and everyone is literally different versions of yourself to learn from. That's the beauty of just communicating, and you know, even just talking to people with different views, ideas, that we can all just learn from each other, because we're all just essentially self of a higher cause. So
yeah, Spider-Man.
Astrology is just a tool to help you navigate through that. And it's just a beautiful thing. You know, I've really been just reflecting and just thinking back, and it's been great. And I've got some things in the works to work on, and I'm just really glad to present not only to my bros, but to the all as well, as I've been getting uncomfortable doing live videos and saying that because I would just keep it to myself, or always share it with, you know, the group of bros or friends that I felt comfortable sharing with. But now it's like social awareness, boom, let's get it. You know, that's that Saturn, you know, at I think my sign is 0 degrees, Aquarius, you know, in the 11th. So new structures and ways of, you know, just sharing on the socials. I'm just grateful and gratitude for my journey and just being here with my bro and, you know, linking with my other bros as we, you know, continue to build and uplift. That's it for me.
It's on.
You know, just every day, you know, and just, you know, looking back over the past months, like we went from the Horary workshop to the Noble Drew Ali, private universities to the intense astrology certifications. And now, you know, we are presenting our views and our thoughts, and not only our own views, but, you know, using other people's views as well to give just different angles to the picture. So, because, you know, sometimes people might want to hear what we got to say, but hey, we're hearing you with 3 or 4 different parts, you know, it's definitely going to resonate.
It's like mirroring, honoring old prophets, you know, teaching through, you know, Jesus or Buddha, you know, Noble Drew Ali, you know, things like that. It all leads to the same source, correcting self.
At the end of the day,
Self-realization.
Sometimes people, you know, need one story or they might need 2 examples, but hey, we all just understand that everyone's on their own journey, and we're just understand how to connect with many people on their journey, whether it's astrology or, you know, just different movies and books, like, you know, seeing that Gemini energy of seeing the dual nature of everything that we're used to, you know, and just reflecting, organizing, communicating via Virgo style for the structure of Capricorn. Yeah, that's it for me, man. 7 Hill Star, you know, like, comment, and as you know, the quote unquote New Year approaches, man, we really got some good things in store. So I'm just looking forward to, you know, connecting with more people and, hey, just sharing my light, you know, hoping that you know, that inspires somebody else. And that's how the world rotates, is sharing and caring for all, for self and then with all.
Islam.
So, you know, we're just gonna wrap up for Intuition Mondays, and you know, we'll be here next week. Let's see. Oh, you know, and for that, for next week, we'll be discussing Jupiter re-entering Pisces. So towards the end of the year. So as I told you, you know, I've got a good feeling about that coming, and you know, I think the Saturn Uranus square will be exact sometime this week, and that'll be it. And what else? Just a couple other things, but yeah, get that. And you know, I don't have anything else, brother. If you have anything,
sir.
Well, all right, I'll just say peace and love to the world. Thank you for coming out and watching the live, even watching the restream. This is for the sun ingressing Capricorn as he enters his tomb. So we appreciate the love, and you know, we're giving the love and we receive it, and just knowing that everything that we do is a higher extension of a higher self, and we just enjoying our experience. So peace and love to all. Islam, namaste, and enjoy the rest of your degree, brother. And
likewise, bro. Thank you so much.